Ring Ropes and Turnbuckle podcast coming up next. We talk about Saudi Arabia wanting $100 million. $100 million for WrestleMania 43. Rock versus Cody. And or Rock versus Roman. Cody versus Roman. We'll talk about it coming up next.
Following podcast scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, they are the Internet Podcast.
We back. Excuse, I don't know what happened to the other intro, but I'll get it together, folks. Don't even worry about it. It's a temper. Oh, okay, I see what happened to it. You know, on the y'all can't see it, but the board, you know, the control board that I got in front of the screen, we got in front of the screen, it got all miscombobulated or whatever. But we good. Don't even worry about it. We still here.
That's old age, bro.
Oh man. We starting early, huh? We starting early. Okay. All right. You know it's not a party until he throws the age jokes into it. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good. It's all good. Hey, man. What do you think of this, man? Saudi Arabia will pay $100 million for WrestleMania 43 headlined by The Rock versus Cody or Roman. If WWE are unable to secure The Rock, the number may be less than $100 million. Steve Austin is another option to the main event show. What do you think of that? Okay, there's your answer.
I don't want to hear anything about WWE being in debt after this one. After this, like, there should be no more debt. They're screwing over the families by raising the prices of their tickets and just to go to their shows, and then $100 million for WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia and a host of other things that just like the ESPN deal, the Netflix deal, the Peacock deal. Like, there's no reason why they should be in debt anymore. No reason at all. It would make no sense, right? Number two, Saudi is wanting nostalgia acts. The Rock, Stone Cold. You know, like, that's what they want. I mean, don't be surprised if you see Val Venus.
Oh, man. Hello, ladies.
Yeah, man.
Vic Bavoski is back in town.
Yeah, man. It's like, I think the whole thing is silly. I mean, not only are they, and then on top of that, we're talking about, you know, raising ticket prices and screwing families over. What about the people that like to travel to these events? Now, you think they're gonna go to the Middle East right now?
Nah, definitely not.
No. I understand it's in 2027 because next year they're going back to Vegas, but we don't know what's going to be going on over there in the Middle East in 2027. So nobody's going to want to travel over there. And then you think about all the independent wrestling companies that follow WWE for WrestleMania weekend. Now, what are they going to do? I'm sorry. If I'm AEW, I'm going to a place like New Orleans, Atlanta, somewhere like that, and I'm putting on a big show too.
Yeah.
Y'all want to counter program us? Okay, we're gonna counter program WrestleMania because we know that WrestleMania is gonna be streamed in the United States during the day because it's gonna be night over in Saudi Arabia. So we can put on a show that night in the United States and all the independents and the families that want to come out, the people that want to, that like to follow WrestleMania but can't, they can follow us, and we can still make sure that everybody gets a show. That's what I'm doing from AEW.
You know what? That's not a bad idea. But here's the thing though, and I could be wrong, right? Don't some of these states and some of these stadiums have contracts with the promotions or whatever like that? So if another promotion tries to step in, they can't step in right away, right? Like they will have to go through some things before they can actually, say, "Oh yeah, I want to hold an event at this place." Because if they're in contract with WWE, will AEW still be able to infiltrate that place, or is it just an open forum like anybody could go there and throw an event? Like it doesn't matter. Would you know?
I know, I think the answer is yes. But if you think about a lot of these bigger cities like Chicago, for instance, we know that WWE goes to the Allstate Arena.
Mm-hmm.
AEW can go to the United Center where the Bulls
Right.
play.
Right.
Los Angeles, they just built a second basketball arena there where the Clippers play, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's where WWE, whenever they come to LA now, that's where they've been going. They still got the Staples Center, or what used to be called the Staples Center.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of these bigger cities have several arenas that they can hold different promotions and stuff in. So if WWE is going to use the new Clippers place, well, AEW can book the old Staples Center. I don't remember the name of it now, but I do know the Lakers still play there.
Mm-hmm.
Um, if WWE has a contract with the Allstate Arena, AEW can go to the United Center
Mm-hmm.
where the Bulls play.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. I think New York has a couple of them. I think Atlanta might have a couple of them. Like a lot of the bigger cities have at least two arenas,
Mm-hmm.
so that wouldn't really matter.
Yeah, I think I'm trying to look up the what used to. Okay, nah, that's not right. All right, so I think the Staples Center. Nah, I think I'm wrong. I don't know. No, I'm trying. I'm trying to see. I'm looking up right now on the other screen if the T-Mobile Arena is what the Staples Center was. Like, is it Staples Center the T-Mobile Arena now? That's what I'm trying to look up.
The T-Mobile Arena is in Vegas.
Okay, all right. So yeah, so I'm
That's
wrong.
where like the UFC does all their events in
Okay,
Vegas is at the T-Mobile.
okay. Let me continue to look. Because I'm curious. I'm curious. Staples Center.
So Staples Center in Los Angeles is now called the Crypto.com Arena.
Okay, all right. Yeah, yep. Absolutely right. Yep. It's called the cripple.com arena. Yep, I see it now. Yeah. So yeah, I was just curious about that because, being that, WWE monopolizes everything, I don't think they would want another promotion to slide into, you know, like it's almost like sliding into their DMs and be like, I'm about to take your join out. You know what I'm saying? So I was just curious about that, but yeah, that's a terrific idea. If AEW could do that, if any promotion could do that, that would be money for them. You know what I'm saying? Ashe, if you could do that, that's your time right there. Get that money. If you could do that, you know what I mean? And honestly speaking, it don't even have to be a big time arena like that. It could just be a one of them ballrooms. You know what I'm saying? They could still make out pretty well. You know what I mean? GCW, when they book events, you know what I'm saying, they don't get this big stupendous, you know what I'm saying, stadium. They get a big enough, you know what I mean, auditorium or whatever that could fit. I don't know, like maybe there's 5, 6, 700 maybe close to 1,000 people in there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying like all the smaller promotions, Ashe, the GCWs, you know what I'm saying, the House of Glories, all those promotions, I mean, they could do something like that on this exact day. You know what I mean? So I mean, we really just have to wait and see, what's going to happen with that. But this was reported by the Wrestling Observer, so y'all see it. We'll just see what happens.
I,
That's all.
and I don't like. I'll reiterate it again. You're not helping your cause by going to Saudi Arabia. You're not. People like to travel just to hang out. I mean, maybe not even just go to the show. Like, so you've cost New Orleans a lot of money by going back to Vegas. You've cost another American city a lot of money by going to Saudi Arabia because all the people that are traveling to these cities, this also helps the city
Mm-hmm.
with all the tourism. It helps the city. So now you're screwing over the American cities for Saudi Arabia. And you know what? I feel like if they wouldn't even have to go this route, if they were putting on good shows. We talked about WrestlePalooza. That was garbage.
Mm-hmm.
How did I say it on the show? Garbage. That
Yeah,
was terrible.
it was
If they were
definitely
putting on
toilet
better,
water. It was toilet
yeah,
water.
toilet.
That joint was turkey gravy.
Whatever words you can come up with or phrase you can come up with to describe WrestlePalooza, I'm just going to agree with you because it was bad. It was
Yeah,
bad, bad. He was nice enough to give it a C minus. I gave it a D plus.
yeah. And the only reason why I gave it a C minus, only reason why I gave it a C minus, people, is because of the simple fact that woman's title match was fire. That woman's title match was great, you know. And like we said before, the women have been holding the fort down for WWE for quite some time now. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, y'all could take it for whatever y'all want, but I'm just saying, you know.
But yeah, if they were putting on better shows, and it started out with WrestleMania this year, it was garbage. It was not any good. Maybe a handful of matches, but other than that, it was not any good. And ever since WrestleMania, it's just been downhill after downhill after until Women's Evolution. I
Mm,
thought, okay, they put on a good show at Women's Evolution. Maybe this will turn the corner. Nope. Nope.
mm,
It just went back to the same garbage. So
mm,
they would help themselves if they were actually putting on good shows. They would help themselves if they would lower them ticket prices. There's no way I should be paying upwards of $500 to sit in the nosebleeds in the arena when they come here in November. There's no reason for it.
So,
None.
so what do you tell the folks that say, well, this is a business. This is what they're doing. They're moving as a business. What do you tell the folks that say stuff like that? Because I tell you what, right? Like a lot of people are praising Vince McMahon for not having that same type of formula when it comes to those prices. And you would think because Vince McMahon is one of the most wealthiest entrepreneurs on God's green earth, you would think that he would have been doing the same exact thing. But if you go look back at times, like it, he hasn't. He wasn't. Like the last time I've been to a WWE event is when Vince was in charge. I have not been able to afford a WWE event since. And they've come to Atlantic City. They've come to Atlantic City. I believe they came to Atlantic City once last year, or maybe twice last year. I'm not too sure if they came this year. I know AEW came, and I was front row and center for that. So it just goes to show you, like I said before, WWE don't care about us fans no more, dog. It is what it is. Like, they don't care. They don't care. And it's going to continue to get worse. You know what I'm saying? The ticket prices are going up. The streaming services are going up. You know what I mean? Thank goodness we have the package deals already. So we didn't have to pay a dime. All we had to do was just click the button and watch WrestlePalooza. You know what I'm saying? But what if we didn't? What if we didn't? What if we didn't have that? Then what? You know what I'm saying? We'll be trying to find ways to watch it like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Like I just don't think it's fair. I know there's a lot of other people that will think otherwise, but I just don't think it's fair. As a wrestling fan, not as a WWE fan or AEW fan or whatever, as a wrestling fan in general, I don't think it's fair. It is what
And,
it is.
and and this is what I'll say to the people that say they're running as a business. Vince McMahon, like you said, he became successful. How did he become successful?
Mm-hmm.
By catering to the families,
Mm-hmm.
by not pushing the families out the door for the mighty dollar.
Mm-hmm.
He catered to the families. He made sure the families were able to come. I mean, there's so many reasons to hate Vince McMahon. Not even hate. Hate is a strong word. To dislike Vince McMahon, right? We know what's going on with Vince McMahon right now. But if there's one thing that we can say, the man ran that business. People were starting to come around trying to use his formula to start a business, to start a wrestling company. Did it
You
always
ain't
work?
never
No.
lie.
Did it always work? No. But he put out the formula. Look what AEW is doing now. You sat
Mm-hmm.
front row at one of their bigger show, at one of their main shows, because you was able to afford it.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't Tony Khan. Tony Khan saw what Vince McMahon was doing, so it's working, right? It's working for AEW right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
WWE TKO is TKO because it was a TKO higher up that came out and was talking about that.
Mm-hmm.
Vince McMahon knew that in order for him to thrive, he had to cater to the families. He had to get the families. Just like you said, you grew up watching this. I grew up watching this. Now, my 5-year-old son, who's sitting next to me, he watches it. It's a family thing. It's something that's just going to go for generations. Vince McMahon knew that. TKO, not knowing a damn thing about the wrestling business, is pushing everybody either out of the wrestling business or to other companies.
It's funny you say that, right? It's funny you say that because when I think about it, when I really, really think about it, Tony Khan, when it comes to this wrestling thing, as far as catering to the families, is a genius. He basically took the blueprint of what WCW was doing, what NWA was doing, and what WWE was doing as far as ticket sales and made it his own. Did you realize that? Because if you go back like 10, 15, maybe almost 20 years ago, everybody and their mama was at a WWE event. Like you barely had anywhere to sit down. Now in 2025, regardless how they sell out millions and whatever the case may be, you're not catering to the hardcore fans like us. You're catering to those rich white collar families that live in the suburbs, that their children go to private schools and they work for like these Fortune 500 companies. Those are who you're catering to because those are the people that can afford it. But they're not long-term fans. They're not long-term fans. They Johnny come lately fans. They just jumping in. They double dutch. They jumping in, they jumping out. They jumping in, they jumping out. That's who they are. They're not in it for the long haul. They're in it for a short term to see their favorite wrestlers, and then as soon as something goes downhill, they out of there. They out of there. That's the type of fans they're catering to. That's what TKO is pushing on WWE, and that's where WWE's going.
Hmm.
That's what it is.
Absolutely agree.
It
Absolutely agree.
is. Yeah. So, hey, listen, like we're very rough on WWE because we just want the product to get better. That's all there is to it. We don't hate WWE. We don't hate wrestling, period. But we just tell the truth. We tell it like it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, for all y'all that will say, like, oh, y'all talk down on WWE talk. No, we don't. We say the same thing about AEW when AEW does something wrong. We say the same thing about any other promotion when they do something wrong. So, what makes you think WWE is not included in this whole thing? They're going to be included. Like, we're going to say what we have to say. You know what I mean?
People think that WWE should be exempt
No.
from negative talk. Absolutely not. The stuff that they're doing right now, they earned the negative talk, not deserved. They earned that.
Yeah.
They earned it.
Yeah. So, at the end of the day, man, we just want the product to get it right. That's all we want. We don't hate the product. You know, we just want the product to get it right. That's all there is to it. You know, if they're going to get it right, who knows? Who
I was
knows?
just watching SmackDown.
Hmm.
SmackDown was halfway decent tonight.
Oh, I ain't watch it yet. I'm gonna watch
It
it
was
when I'm
halfway
done.
decent. So, I mean, the thing is that kills me about WWE is that they know how to put on good shows. But why is it when it comes to the big events like a WrestlePalooza, WrestleMania, SummerSlams, and Money in the Banks and stuff like that? Why are they subpar at best? Is it Triple H? Is it TKO telling Triple H?
I think
Like,
it's
what
TKO.
is
It's TKO. It's TKO pushing their business model on WWE, and it's Triple H following suit. He doesn't have a say so in that. Now I'm not saying that ain't some of this ain't his fault. I'm not saying that because he's taking a good portion of this blame too. But what I'm saying is that when it comes to the final say, a lot of this stuff when it comes to the business module, he might not have a say so in it. You know what I'm saying? Like their TKO, they oversee WWE. So if they feel their business module is going to work for WWE, that's what they're going to continue to push. You know what I mean? If you notice, like they're having a bunch, the PLEs don't have enough of a build. They're having PLEs every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks they're having a PLE. Every 2 weeks, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's money. It's money. Every 2 weeks they're having a PLE. Every 2 weeks there's a PLE. They pushed WrestlePalooza out too soon. They could have held it back until next year. It would have had a proper build. Hell, you could have had WrestlePalooza in January. First of the year. First of the new
kind of
year you
like
could have had.
what was they did a show, they used to do a show, like, was it like New Year's Evil?
Yeah.
And then right after New Year's Evil you had Royal Rumble at the end of the month
Yes.
going into WrestleMania season.
Yes. They could have did something like that. What a way to start off the new year than having WrestlePalooza the beginning of the month. You could have did that. And it would have been more successful too, because you would have had enough time for the build. You would have had the rest of this month, next month. Come on, like the build would have been a lot better.
I
You know?
think a proper build would be the way that AEW is doing it right now. They don't have a pay-per-view every month.
No.
They have them, was it maybe every couple months?
Mm-hmm. Like every
And that
two.
gives, yes, and that gives them the right amount of time to build what they're going to build towards to for the pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
Them doing these PLEs every 2-3 weeks, what, like Crown Jewel is 2 weeks away now? Like,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
why? Why? Money.
And the build to that is even trash. You know what I'm saying? The build to that is even trash. Like I'm not The only thing I'm looking forward to is the women's match. That's it, because I know that match is gonna cook with Vancouver. That joint's gonna cook. That's what I'm looking for. I sort of want to see John Cena versus Styles part 2 or 3 or whatever, how many ever times they wrestle. I sort of want to see that, because I want to see what's going to happen in that aspect. But I mean, at the end of the day, I don't know. And I sort of want to see what's going to happen with Jay. There's rumors, and we'll talk about this in another video. But I'm gonna give y'all a snippet. There's rumors, and shout out to my homie Garland Holtman. You know what I mean? Check out his artwork. His drawing is phenomenal. Check out his artwork on his page. We were chopping it up about this in the chat, wrestling chat. So the rumor is that Jey Uso could be joining the Vision. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all over. Look it up. That's the rumor, that he could be joining the Vision.
I mean, I see a heel turn coming, but that was the furthest thing from my mind. Because I also saw rumors that they were talking about moving Jacob Fatu over to Raw to team up with his cousins, the Usos, until Roman comes back.
Well, I wouldn't mind that if that actually.
But Jacob Fatu, I hate to. I don't want to. I'm gonna spoil it for you. But he just started a program with Drew McIntyre, so that's not happening right now.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you planned on watching SmackDown or not, but if you didn't, he just started a program with Drew McIntyre, so that's not happening right now.
I'm gonna end up watching it, but that's not enough of a spoiler for me not to watch. It's just gonna make me more intrigued to see what happened. But yeah, that's the rumor that he's gonna probably join the Vision. And you know what? Not for nothing, when I look at it, I could probably see that happening. Having him in the Vision adds a different dynamic to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at it from this perspective, right? So, what if, and I'm not saying this is going to happen, so don't go in the comment sections and attack your boy, okay? What if Jay interferes the match with Cody and Seth to join the Vision? Same way that every time you turn around, somebody's been interfering in the main event. And then he turns around, he gets a title shot against Cody. He beats Cody, and it is the WWE Undisputed Champion. Now Vision has both belts, similar to what the Bloodline did. What are y'all thoughts of that?
Hey, not to get off topic too much, but I was thinking that, and then I started thinking, like, what if Jay and the Bronze conspire against Seth, kick Seth out of the Vision, Jay becomes the tribal chief
of the Vision? Yeah, hey, that could happen too. That can't, not for nothing. I'm gonna be honest with you, not for nothing. I like heel Jay better than face Jay. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. I think heel Jay is way better than face Jay. That's just the way I look at it. You know what I mean?
His crash outs were epic.
His crash, what? Like, he used to go crazy when he snapped on Sammy. Oh my God. Like, yo, you remember when he snapped on Sammy? I don't give a damn what Tribal Chief say. And then Roman turned around and was like, what are we talking to?
He's not feeling the Uzi.
He's not feeling Uzi. So, look, hey, listen, man. I know the kids, my kids be all, yeet. Look, I ain't, I'm too old to be yeeting, man.
Jackson,
Me.
say it. 4 letters, 1 word. Say it.
4 letters, 1 word. Yeet.
Your son gonna be able to got his first episode on Spotify right now. He ain't gonna hear that too. Hey,
uh,
that's funny. That's funny. Yeah. But
but just to kind of get back, because that could be a whole nother show on its own.
yeah.
Um, just to get back on topic, I think going to Saudi Arabia is dumb. I think having The Rock and Stone Cold try to be involved in a match with Cody Rhodes or Roman Reigns is dumb. I know they've been trying. People have been wanting The Rock versus Roman Reigns for a couple years now. I don't really care to see it. I really don't.
Mm-hmm.
I'm well past it. If they was gonna happen, it should have happened instead of Roman and Cody too.
Mm-hmm.
But it didn't. We got Cody winning the championship. So I really don't care to see the nostalgia acts anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like there are so many people. Like Javon Evans showed his tail tonight on SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna tell you what it was because you're gonna watch it. But he showed his tail tonight. There's so many young cats that could use these spots. Can you imagine an Obafemi going against Cody Rhodes for the championship?
Yeah.
As dominant as he's been, like, come on, there's so many acts out there that could use this spot
Mm-hmm.
instead of The Rock or Stone Cold. Don't get me wrong, I love Stone Cold. He's in my Mount Rushmore. Don't really care for Dwayne, but it's time to move on from the nostalgia and start building talent. Like, look at Kyle Fletcher over in AEW.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many more. Will Ospreay, Swerve is a perfect one. Look at Swerve.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They rebuilt Hangman Page. They rebuilt him. I
Yeah.
mean, there's so many people out there that deserve this spot. Not The Rock, not Stone Cold.
Yeah. I agree with you, man. Like, as far as Hangman Page, he definitely got rebuilt. Hangman Page is out there looking like the $6 million man. Like they definitely what was it? Yeah, it was the $6 million man. What was the other person that got rebuilt to be better? The Bionic Woman. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like he definitely got rebuilt. You know, and now he's like one of the top baby faces in wrestling right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and they gave him back his old music. I didn't really like his the new theme they had for him when he was a heel. I always thought this one was better. It just for some reason had that epic type of sound to it. So yeah,
I
but
dug the old one. I dug the one prior to going back to the old one.
yeah, I
I mean,
like
because
it.
look, they got the PWI 500 that just came out
Mm-hmm.
had Cody Rhodes at 1, Moxley at 2, Gunther at 3,
Mm-hmm.
and Hangman at 4. So they're saying he is he's top 2 of baby faces in the world right now, with Cody Rhodes being the top baby face. Because we know
Mm-hmm.
Moxley is a heel and Gunther's a heel.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Well, like I said, man, this whole Saudi thing is bogus. I'm not interested. Dub ain't interested. We not interested. That's how I'm looking at it. But yeah, that's the episode for now. We'll be back with another one. Ring Ropes and Turnbuckle Podcast. Salute.
Following podcast scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, they are the Internet Podcast.